Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry and this is Your Own Adventure. Today's video will be learning a lesson, and that's about stripping out the crank arm on a square taper crank set. If you've ever tried to remove one, then you might know that they're pretty easy to strip out, and today I'm going to show you how to remove that stripped crank arm. If you want to learn more and watch this budget hardtail build, then just keep on watching. So the bike behind me has already been stripped out, and this video might be in a little bit weird, different order because I already filmed part of it with the breakdown of that bike. But pretty much I want to really reiterate how easy it is to strip out a crank arm. And I managed to get the drive side off, which some people have a problem with, other people have the opposite problem. But if you're trying to replace this crank set and the chain ring, if you can't get this side off, it's really a problem. If you strip the non-drive side, then you could work with that, or you could try to repair it and remove it with a propane torch. Anyways, this is going to be part of the budget hardtail build series where I'm trying to spend under $400 and completely restore and recreate that hardtail that you see behind me. But let's get into this propane torch and see if I could actually loosen up that crank arm like everyone says you can. I've had this problem a lot before, and usually I have to just beat it or try to get creative with like a nail and piece of 2x4 to get the crank arm off. I'm gonna try the butane torch and see if it works. Propane, I mean. As you can see, the bike is all the way down to the frame, and all I have to do now is get this crank set off, which I'm going to do, and then I could prep the frame for paint and I'll be good to go to put all the new parts on. I am going to continue using this crank set because why not? it's working, it does the job, and it has Allen bolts on there, so I could replace these 3-piece cranks and put a single crank on there, single chain ring for a 1x setup. But it's starting to look like something now. I'm not sure if you could tell, but if you strip one of these crank arms, it's pretty much a nightmare to get them off. I've been at it for about 2.5 hours now, and it's still on there. I'm getting closer though. I think I have a little, and hopefully I could wedge a screwdriver in there and beat it sideways to have it pop off. I'm gonna go do that right now and see what happens. Wish me luck. I got it. It was a multi-day fight and probably about 4 hours of time, $20, but I finally got it off. So the moral of the story here is don't strip the threads inside of this crank arm or on the drive side because it's a nightmare to get them off. You could use like an actual crank puller for a motor, but who has one of those? I think heating it up did help. I heated it up multiple times. It's still hot in my hands, but it doesn't look like there's too much stuff in there. So I'm gonna go investigate the bottom bracket post to see what that looks like, if there's any damage or crud on there.
This is what the bottom bracket looks like.
Doesn't look, you know, crazy bad or anything, but
These are just really easy to get stuck and jammed up, so beware.
So we'll have broken down the bike all the way to the frame in this video. I'll show you the process of how I do that pretty simply with only a set of Allen keys really. Obviously there's some specialty tools that you need, but they're pretty inexpensive, and if you're a home mechanic for your bikes, then you should just have them. I don't have all the tools, and that's why I'm kind of in the predicament that I'm at. Right now, there's a kickstand still on the bike, as you can see, and I need a specific, non-specific bike tool for that to get it off, and I don't have it right now. But I really just wanted to show how quickly you can break down a bike, sans the issue with the strip crank arm, because if the crank arm just came off simply and it took, you know, just the couple minutes that it usually takes, then the whole bike build could have been stripped down in about 15 to 20 minutes, and that's really what I wanted to show you and cover in this video. it was just a quick one for you and not much to it, but I did learn a lesson, and hopefully you learned something too, because I went through that whole process with this strip crank arm, and try as I might, every single bike, well, almost all the bikes that I get like this that are budget mountain bikes that I tried to take the bottom bracket out of, I usually find that the crank arms don't want to come off as easily as, you know, a nice mountain bike that I ride and maintain. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching the breakdown process, and the next video will be going ahead and sanding this frame and then painting it. So if you have any ideas of paint colors, just comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to go out there and create your own adventure however you can. Spread some positivity. I'll see you on the next one. Mahalo.